Today, I will tell you my story, a journey filled with love, drama, and intense moments. My name is Joao, I am 28 years old, and I met my love, Felipe, who is 31, on a warm night at a bar in the city. The atmosphere was pulsating with the energy of music and dance, and after a few shots of liquid courage, the attraction between us became impossible to ignore. The bathroom of a friend's house turned into our secret refuge, a place where we could set aside our worries and surrender to passion. It was a small space, but the tension in the air made everything feel much larger. The cold walls provided the perfect backdrop for our whispers and nervous laughter as we ventured to explore what we felt for each other. That first time, after a night of parties and laughter, we found ourselves standing together, the soft light of the bathroom reflecting on our faces. The smell of disinfectant mixed with Felipe's cologne created an almost magical atmosphere. Our eyes met, and in that instant, everything around us disappeared. The heartbeat echoed like a drum, and the tension between us was palpable. Felipe drew closer, and the electricity between us intensified. Our lips touched shyly, but soon the hesitation was replaced by urgency. Passion overtook us, and the bathroom became our sanctuary. Felipe's hands explored my body while I let myself be carried away by the intensity of the connection we were creating. The place, which had previously served only for a quick touch-up, now transformed into a sacred space where every touch and kiss was filled with desire. The sound of music from outside mixed with our muffled moans, creating a symphony of pleasure and emotion. I had fetishes that only Felipe knew, and each new discovery between us was a deeper step into our relationship. As the night progressed, the intensity of our moments became more and more profound. The bathroom, much like our love, was a place of liberation where we could be who we truly were, away from the scrutinizing eyes of the outside world. With every touch, every kiss, our bodies moved in perfect harmony, as if we were dancing the most intimate dance of all. And so, that bathroom became a symbol of our love, a space where we could explore our deepest desires and surrender to passion without fear. The warmth of the night, the music in the background, and Felipe's presence were all I needed to feel truly alive. The connection between us grew with each passing moment, and the bathroom, with its tight walls and soft light, seemed to shrink around us. The world outside became a distant memory as we surrendered to exploring our bodies and souls. Every touch from Felipe was like a spark, igniting my desire and making me crave more. The intensity of the passion was accompanied by a mix of fear and excitement. I knew those moments were fleeting, and reality awaited us outside. But the adrenaline only made everything more thrilling. Between whispers and nervous laughter, we began to know each other in ways we had never imagined. Felipe, with his seductive and confident manner, made me feel like I was the only one in the world. With every movement, every kiss, we dove deeper into our fantasies. The bathroom, with its restricted environment, became a safe space to explore our limits. Felipe's hands glided over my skin, and I couldn't help but lose myself in the sensations he provided. Each moment was a new discovery, a new way to love. After a while, we decided to venture out of the bathroom, but the party was still alive with energy. We returned to mingle with friends, but there was a new energy between us. The exchanges of glances, the subtle touches on our backs, all carried an underlying meaning, a silent pact that only we understood. As the night went on, the music grew more intense. After a few more drinks, the urge to return to our refuge became irresistible. As soon as we found a gap, we slipped back into the bathroom. The excitement was in the air, and now there was an urgency we couldn't ignore. Our kiss, now bolder, deepened. I felt the taste of alcohol on our lips, a flavor that mixed desire and adrenaline. The bathroom walls, silent witnesses to our passion, seemed to vibrate with our energy. Every touch, every whisper became a declaration of love and desire. In that bathroom, we experienced everything we had kept inside. Laughter and teasing mixed with moans of pleasure. It was an intimate dance where time seemed to stand still. The connection we were creating was more than physical, it was emotional, a blend of love and desire that enveloped us completely. And so, that bathroom became our sanctuary, a space where we could be true, without masks. Over time, I realized those fleeting moments were transforming into something deeper. With every meeting, every touch, I found myself falling more in love with Felipe, and the intensity of our story only grew. Here's the translation of the script you provided. The atmosphere in the bathroom had changed completely. With Lucas's entrance into our lives, everything felt more vibrant and full of possibilities. What was once a space just for Felipe and me was now becoming a sanctuary of discoveries and new emotions. The tension hung in the air, and with each encounter, curiosity and desire only increased. On a particularly warm night, we decided to gather again in the bathroom. The mood was electric, and the excitement was palpable. Felipe, with his undeniable charm, pulled Lucas close while I watched, feeling my heart race. Lucas smiled. The energy between the three of us was almost like a dance, and I could hardly wait to see where this would lead us. As soon as the door closed, the small room became a world apart. Nervous laughter soon turned into kisses and touches. Our bodies moved in harmony, and the adrenaline of being together there, away from it all, made everything even more intense. Lucas's hands explored my body as I let myself be carried away by the energy emanating from Felipe. The bathroom, which was once just a refuge, was now becoming a sacred space for our new dynamic. Each touch was charged with expectation, and the tension between the three of us was almost unbearable. With each moment, the connection deepened, and laughter mixed with sighs of pleasure. As the night progressed, the intensity increased. The heat of the moment enveloped us, and the adrenaline of being caught made everything even more electrifying. Felipe's and Lucas's hands intertwined with mine as we explored every inch of each other's bodies. It was a dance of discoveries, where desire became palpable. And then, in a moment of pure surrender, we all fell to the floor of the bathroom. The cramped space forced us to settle into a tangle of bodies, laughing and breathing heavily. The soft light reflected on our faces, and the smell of disinfectant mingled with the electricity of what we were experiencing. When we woke up the next day, sprawled on the bathroom floor, reality began to seep into our thoughts. Our bodies were intertwined, and the feeling of intimacy was undeniable. What had started as a simple night of fun had transformed into something much deeper. Felipe was the first to open his eyes, and upon realizing the situation, a mischievous smile appeared on his face. Lucas, still sleepy, looked at us and started to laugh, breaking the ice. I joined them, feeling a mix of happiness and slight nervousness. The complicity between us was solidifying, and the connection we had created that night was undeniable. As we tried to get up, laughter and knowing glances floated in the air. Each of us knew that this moment would change everything. The bathroom, which had been the stage for our surrender, was now also the backdrop for a new beginning, a love triangle filled with possibilities. As the days went by, we continued to meet, and each time the bathroom door closed behind us, the tension and expectation returned. What had once been a space of freedom had become the stage for our deepest discoveries. Each encounter was a new chance to explore what it meant to be together, in a more intense and genuine way. The connection between the three of us was becoming stronger. Our moments together were a mix of passion, laughter, and the feeling that we were writing a unique story. The bathroom, with its cold walls, became a symbol of our new reality, where love and desire intertwined in surprising ways. And so, in that small room, we discovered that love can be multifaceted, and that life is made of unexpected moments that lead us to places we never imagined. The love triangle among the three of us was just beginning, and each day became a new adventure, filled with laughter, whispers, and the promise of more incredible moments together. As the days passed, the dynamic among us became increasingly intense. Each meeting in the bathroom was a new opportunity to explore not only our bodies but also our feelings. The space, which had once been just a refuge, was now a true stage for discoveries. One night, after a party, we decided to meet again. The excitement was in the air, and the anticipation grew as we distanced ourselves from the party's bustle. When we entered the bathroom, the door closed behind us, and the outside world disappeared. The atmosphere was charged with tension, and I could feel the electricity between us. Felipe was the first to break the silence, pulling Lucas close and whispering something in his ear. The way they looked at each other, filled with complicity, made my heart race. I moved closer, and in an instant, we were all together, forming a triangle of desires and caresses. The kisses started softly, but soon became more intense. Hands moved urgently, exploring every inch of exposed skin. Breaths quickened, and the cramped bathroom space became increasingly hot. The adrenaline of being together there, away from the curious eyes of the world, made everything even more thrilling. As Felipe and Lucas exchanged glances, I realized that the connection between the three of us had transformed into something profound. It wasn't just passion, it was a mutual understanding, an acceptance of what we meant to each other. Every touch and every sigh were affirmations that we were living something unique and special. Amid laughter and moans, we ended up on the floor again, our bodies intertwined in a tangle of arms and legs. The bathroom, which had once been a place of secret pleasure, was now becoming a sacred space where we could fully surrender. The feeling of freedom was unparalleled. And so, that night, we made silent promises with our eyes. What we had was rare, and we were grateful for every shared moment. The tension between us was not just physical, it was emotional, a connection that went beyond desire. We were creating ties that challenged the traditional definition of love. When we woke up the next morning, again sprawled on the bathroom floor, the soft light illuminated our faces. The smell of disinfectant still lingered in the air, but now it was accompanied by a new aroma, the smell of love and freedom. Laughter arose naturally, and as we tried to get up, the feeling of happiness was palpable. Lucas was the first to break the silence, saying, "I think we need more space." We all laughed, but there was a truth in his statement. That experience had united us in a way we could never have predicted, and now the challenge would be how to handle it outside the bathroom. As we continued to meet, the tension and passion became part of our daily lives. The bathroom became our refuge, but we also began to explore other spaces, always keeping our adventures a secret. The exchanged glances and subtle touches became more frequent, and the complicity between us was undeniable. Over time, the love triangle that formed among the three of us solidified into something deeper. We discovered that we didn't have to choose between one or the other, we could love in multiple dimensions. Each of us brought something unique to the relationship, and together we formed a strong and unbreakable bond. And so, we continued our journey, learning to love in ways we had never imagined. The bathroom, with its cold walls and familiar smell, became a symbol of our freedom. Our encounters, filled with laughter, kisses, and discoveries, were a celebration of what it means to love without limits. The story we were writing was just the beginning of an incredible adventure, full of love and discoveries that awaited us. As our love triangle grew stronger and deeper, the idea of living together began to emerge in our conversations. The nights in the bathroom, filled with laughter and passion, had united us in a way we could never have predicted, and the idea of sharing a space where we could be true to one another seemed increasingly appealing. One night, after a long conversation about what it meant to be together, Felipe, Lucas, and I decided it was time to take a step forward. We were ready to transform our relationship into something more solid, something that could withstand time and challenges. With a sparkle in our eyes and hearts full of expectation, we began to discuss the possibility of living together. The conversation flowed naturally. We imagined what it would be like to share a home, to create a space that was ours, where we could continue exploring our love and desires without restrictions. Felipe suggested we find an apartment with a spacious bathroom, a place where we could relive our moments of freedom. We all laughed, but there was a seriousness behind his words. In the following days, we began searching for a place that would suit us three. The excitement was palpable as we visited different apartments. Each space we entered seemed to invite us to imagine our lives together. Conversations about decoration, organization, and even which furniture we would choose intertwined with laughter and dreams. Finally, we found an apartment that seemed perfect. It was spacious, with a bright living room and a large bathroom ideal for reliving our adventures. When we stepped into that place, we felt it was where we could build our new life together. The space was filled with possibilities, and the warmth of our interactions made everything even more special. As soon as we signed the contract and began moving in, excitement took over us. The apartment quickly transformed into a home. The walls were decorated with photos of us, each telling a part of our story. The living room became a gathering space where we shared laughter, dinners, and intimate moments. Every night, as we settled down on the sofa, surrounded by cushions and blankets, the feeling of belonging enveloped us. The bathroom, which had once been just a space for passion, now became a place where we took care of each other, bathed together, and discussed our days. It was a reflection of the intimacy we had built. What had started as a casual encounter in a friend's bathroom had transformed into a real love story, where three hearts united to create a home. We were ready to face the world together, knowing we were not just lovers, but a family. The nights of fun, whispered conversations, and moments of pure passion continued to be part of our lives. And so, as we looked around our new home, we knew we were just beginning a new phase. The love story among the three of us was far from over. It was just the beginning of an incredible journey, filled with adventures, love, and the certainty that together we were stronger. And so, in our new home, we celebrated each day as a victory. The bathroom, now a space of comfort and freedom, became a symbol of the love we shared. Our hearts were intertwined in a continuous dance of love, and together we were ready to face whatever the future held for us.